There is a timeless battle between tradition and innovation. Humanity's continuous push for growth, challenged by the fear of change. The built environment provides a physical record of the interplay between old and new to be experienced by any and all. Most people tend to favor one over the other. Do you prefer traditional or contemporary architecture? Kansas City's famous Nelson Atkins Museum of Art is perhaps one of the most impressive combinations of the modern and the historic, and has been the subject of many conversations regarding the success of this mixture. How do you perceive the combination of the white and white building with the Henry W. Block addition? After visiting, did your opinion of the space change from physically experiencing the space? Disregarding personal opinions, the Stephen Hall addition undoubtedly transformed the experience of the existing museum and sculpture park. Guided by the concept of the feather and the rock, Hall emphasized the contrast between the two buildings. The massive scale and palpable density of the original museum is juxtaposed by the sunken, scattered, and translucent forms interspersed through the surrounding landscape. Built in 1933, the white and white designed construction quickly became one of America's premier art museums amidst the financial turmoil of the Great Depression. Housing an impressive collection, the unprecedented museum played a pivotal role in the growing Kansas City area and acted as a catalyst for future museum development across the nation. After more than 70 years, the constantly growing collection called for the creation of additional galleries. In 2007, Stephen Hall's competition-winning vision was realized through an innovative and sustainable addition, once again placing the Nelson Atkins Museum on the forefront of culturally impactful design. Characteristic of the neoclassical style, the white building features heavy Indiana limestone facades with the intention of giving the structure a monumental experience, producing a museum that is a temple for art. The complementing addition consists of a double-skinned glass assembly with translucent insulation that emulates the effects of a lantern. The protruding lenses allow 75% of the interior to be illuminated with natural diffused lighting that engulfs the space without disrupting the artwork with harmful UV rays. Strategic transparent openings connect the interior experience of the building to the 22-acre sculpture park landscape. The original building's concealed roof furthers the metaphor of the stone. The gargantuan structure is meant to feel as large as possible, with the roof completely omitted from the experience of the museum. Contrastingly, the block addition utilizes multiple green roofs to specifically impact the experience of both the addition and the surrounding sculpture park, connecting the landscape to the structure and the outside natural world to the interior modern galleries. Integrated with the site, the block addition appears as light as a feather next to the impressively huge historic museum. The differing exteriors seep into the artwork held inside, as the galleries held within reflect the respective ideas of traditional and modern. While the neoclassical building holds historic classical pieces and the postmodern building holds contemporary abstract pieces, the two buildings unite into a harmonious string of galleries. The initial museum's absence of natural lighting, combined with the heavy material palette and classical ornamentation, corresponds with the historically dense items that comprise the galleries. As visitors move between buildings, the historic dark wood floors flow into the crisp, glass-filled terrazzo of the block addition. The now white plaster interior finish uniformly reflects the natural light from the exterior glazing system, creating a sterile environment to display contemporary art. While a feather represents the concept of light in the form of weightlessness, the block addition expresses light through illumination. As the day turns to night, the glass walls are filled with a bright white glow. The glow radiates into the sculpture garden, allowing the surrounding landscape to be explored during all times of the day, subsequently enabling visitors to experience the old building in a new fashion, painting the existing structure with unique views from both the sculpture garden and the block galleries. the solidity of the dense stone building is amplified as the delicate glass lanterns begin to gleam and Hull's feather versus rock is realized. The slender form and placement addresses the visitor's perception of the previously built museum and surrounding landscape, creating an inviting and warm entry space. The experience of the building begins in the parking garage before the visitors even leave the inside of their own cars. The reflecting pool above this garage highlights the historic entry as well as the addition, while acting as a visual and architectural bridge connecting the two. As the addition is approached, the vertical undulation of the galleries creates a sense of weightlessness and exposes different views of the landscape, historic structure, as well as the surrounding city. Hull set out to create galleries that could be enjoyed by everyone, designing a free-flowing artistic experience with multiple entrances and flowing spaces for the common viewer to take their time or make their own path. This method negates the presence of an invisible hand that forcibly guides you through the museum. This block addition begins with a 3-story and atrium lobby featuring intertwined ramps escorting you further down into your journey of the galleries. As you discover the space with your own pleasure, open views of the existing building and sculpture park reveal themselves through purposely placed windows, helping you re-establish a connection between yourself and the elevation of the surrounding environment, emphasizing the sense of weightlessness. The Nelson Atkins Museum successfully merges the historic museum with the new addition through the symbolism of the rock and the feather. Stephen Hull contrasts yet complements the Beaux Arts style and the white and white designed original museum with the modern Henry W. Block addition. The structures are harmonized through site placement, form, materials, and program.